Hey, babe.
Yes.
Do you know how many tasks are on our ClickUp board right now? Like in total?
I have no clue because I kind of generally just look at the ones that are assigned to me and, like, I'll kind of go from there.
Do you want to know how many we have?
Go on then. It's
So these are
confirmed. Yeah.
These are all the 383 tasks that are in the to-do.
Yeah.
And there's some more that I need to put in there.
There's a few little things. That
So like 400 tasks.
That's a crazy number.
We have a lot to do for this thing. I'm Karleigh.
I'm John.
And we are the founders of Christcore Fest.
Woo.
And I'm excited. Today we get to kind of geek out about the fun behind the scenes project management stuff.
Yeah, tell you kind of what it takes to actually put on a festival in an arena.
Yes.
And one thing is for certain. You can say goodnight to sleep.
We're relying on... We don't have any more energy drinks. Well, a little bit about us before we dive into the actual festival logistics, because who we are impacts how we do things. So, we're married, and we're in an international relationship.
It sucks.
Not the vibe. He's from the UK, I'm from the US, and so anytime that we are not together, our not just work, but our entire relationship runs off of Zoom and WhatsApp. And we are still working on finding a groove really for what works, but we kind of have something going now. So we have one kiddo who has some extra needs. We take our own days to work, and the other one is like the parent for the day, and then we swap. Each get 3 full days a week to work. Like right after lunch we work till dinner, and then Fridays are family days.
One thing that we do basically every night, once the kiddo's in bed, we try and pray together over various things in the festival, and we kind of work on discussing what next steps are, what we need to get done. But because it's just us, we don't really have any formal teams as you would with a normal festival. We are the team, basically. A very tired team.
We don't have, like, departments necessarily. We try to have regular, like, business meetings. I've seen so many opposite reactions in the comment section, especially on YouTube. They will either act like, oh, like, there's no way that it's just you guys, and then, oh my gosh, it's no big deal. Short story long, it's us. And really this video, I thought was important because I actually saw another comment. The comment sections are wild. Where someone said that they appreciated us and our team.
Our team.
Team.
It's just us. Team. I even love saying the word team.
You think you can see this picture on my desk? Think it's my family? No, it's the A-team. The foundation of our marriage is the Lord and then IT crowd.
True story.
Someone just said they were appreciative for us and our team, and I was like, wait, we're holding it together so well. That people think we have a team.
Where's the team?
Is it my multiple personalities? We are gonna have volunteers. Yeah. We've had some people ask, and like volunteer their time, which I think is great. And we're going to be hiring some people for that weekend, but right now it's just us.
Yeah.
So we both still have our own things that we do, but they've both been relegated to like side hustle energy because we're doing Christcore Fest full time. That's what's getting our main attention. And so for me, I've got content, I've got an Instagram, I've got a blog. I'm also going back to school. I start my master's next week, and I have a sticker business.
I'm a therapist, and I also have like an Instagram page.
The reality is that all of this is coming together because God said so. And we're just trusting God to fill in the gaps for the things that we're not able to do right now. We're not able to make as much as we used to make because we're pouring all of our time and energy into Christcore. And that's okay, because God's provided every step of the way.
Yeah.
And He's going to keep it going. So one of the most important things about having a business partner, and especially when the business partner is your spouse, is understanding how we're going to split the work. We needed to recognize where our strengths were and separate things out. What I do, like in a nutshell, is the project management, finance, and legal. I'm not a lawyer, and I am not a financial professional, but I do the layouts and the communication, things like that. I also handle sponsors, marketing, volunteers, vendors. So I create and manage the content calendar, create feed content. John does some of that as well. I edit and manage the YouTube channel, but John answers the comments for the most part, because I'm just kind of sick of dealing with mean people.
Essentially, I'm pulling everyone together. I'm like liaison with the artists, communicating with them, making sure that their needs are met. It's my job to book the bands, sort out the production, sort out the stage, sort out the crowd control barriers, sorting out the ticketing side of it, our hotel partnerships and stuff. We're working through that at the moment. Sorting out the video production.
And then also the actual show production.
Yeah.
Too. And I'm also doing a ladies event as well. Oh, there's also the merch. This is like probably my favorite part of it. I don't know if I can say that, but I really do love our merch. All of the stickers are handmade by me, and then we have all of our shirt designs. We've got some really cool things coming. Lanyards and jelly bands are going to be coming when I make it back to the US. I handle the Shopify admin, John manages the production, and then we both do design work. One of the things comes up a lot when it comes to how do you handle disagreement on things. I have never been to a festival of this size. John's been to 1 million of them. And so if it comes down to festival specific things, like whether I disagree with it or not, I'm going to share my opinion, but he gets the final say. And then there are some things like content that, because this is where my experience is, I get the final say on like, look, we're not going to do this for XYZ reason.
Yeah.
And having that agreement ahead of time, I think really has saved us a lot of headache.
I think so.
So what we use for project management is ClickUp. I knew ClickUp because I worked for a YouTuber who actually taught people how to use ClickUp. Working for her put me in a position to know, okay, I'm really comfortable with ClickUp. I want to use it. This is what we're going to build it out on. And if it feels overwhelming, it's because it is. If you are brand new at this and you're wanting to use a project management tool like ClickUp, it does not have to start like this. Mine is like this because I know how to use it and I know how to use it well. If anyone has questions about this part, by the way, you can reach out. I love geeking out about this. Something that I said was really, really important from the beginning, and this is one of the things that we kind of got not into it. That sounds really dramatic, but he did not really understand why I thought it was so necessary to break it down like this, because as we are learning, a lot of people don't. I'm ADHD type A. And so I'm not as type A as I want to be, but I need like structure. I don't care if things change, but I need a structure to work from. When we started talking about this and we decided it was going to be like, we're going to do this and it's going to be a real festival, I sat down and I spent quite a bit of time. It took me a couple weeks to pull everything together of like, okay, every single little thing that we could possibly put in here and want in here. What are all the things that I don't know? I bugged John. We watched this podcast about this festival that did everything terribly. And then I went back into this thing and I added a ton more stuff because I was like, I want to learn from someone else's failures. I don't ever want to repeat that. And we're also called to do all things unto the glory of the Lord, which to me means excellence. If you're not going to do it excellently, why do it at all? But anyway, that's a conversation. What is beneficial about being this organized? If you're like, oh my gosh, it's not that big of a deal. We are saving ourselves so much time. By being this organized, we're building a record and having data for years 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, whatever, where we're not having to start from scratch. We're able to now, we have a list of bands that we're going to be able to reach out to for year 2. We now know like, oh, we want to work with these people again for production. Or, you know what, we worked with, you know, A person and it went great, but here's when we need to fill in the gaps with B person over here. We're not going to have to go and go, oh, what worked, what didn't. We can literally go back and look and click up and search something and it'll come up and we go, okay, this went well, this didn't. Or where did we go over budget? Managing the budget. We just did that the other day. That's very important to stay on top of.
It can so quickly get away from you as well.
Yeah. And we saw what we budgeted for certain things and then where the numbers actually landed with confirmations and contracts and things that we didn't budget at all. But now we know I have this sheet that I get to come back to for next year that I don't have to remember these line items. It's already all there and we're going to have a better number to work from.
I think it's wild the amount of man hours that go into create an event like this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you work it out, we definitely do somewhere in the region of like 48 to 60 hours a week each.
Mm-hmm. And right now it's extra crazy because, like, as far as the content goes, I'm trying to get ahead of content. And that's the other thing. When you have everything planned out, you can look at life and plan ahead for that. So I know that I've got school. Now, before school starts, my goal is to get 2 months worth of content done. Please do not shirk the organization. I know it's annoying and I know it's not fun. If you're not the person who is going to do that, get someone to do it for you. If you are unable to do it, if you are unable or unwilling to learn the skills necessary, you've got to find someone who can.
Yeah.
Because if we weren't this organized, there's no way that we would be able to have done at the scale that we've already done it.
Yeah, honestly, it's knowing what needs to be done. Like, I've planned out some stupid stuff that doesn't need to be planned yet, but I've already got it nailed.
Mm-hmm. But you created the time to be able to have that time to do the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Because you got the other things done, or you were giving yourself a dopamine break or whatever. So the reality is that yes, it's two people, but it's not really two people. It's us and the Lord. It's us and the creator of the universe. So, like, as cheesy as that sounds, we wouldn't be able to do this if we weren't called to do this.
No. And I think that was the thing. We had an idea for how big it was going to be. And God was like, nope, it's going to be bigger. God comes first in everything that we do.
And whenever we get that out of line, God humbles us real fast. Because we've said it over and over again. If God said tomorrow to shut this whole thing down and deal with the embarrassment of it, we would do it.
Yeah.
It would suck, but we would do it. We are surrounded by a lot of doubt, and we're learning to no longer be surprised by it. And that's a painful lesson to learn. I don't think it's something that either of us have really gotten good at. But there's a lot of people who doubt, whether it's online or in person, and it's learning to take that and go, okay, we're not doing it for them. It's all for God.
Yeah. I just love the way that everyone has advice about how to do it. And honestly, I appreciate some of the advice, but like, most of it is like, we're doing it how God's called us to do it.
A lot of people think they know what we're doing, but no one, aside from a handful of people, has ran a 2-day music festival with 20 plus bands with 4,000 people. And that's nothing against them. It's our job to separate that from what we actually, have the discernment to know what's worth listening to and what's not worth listening to. Go check out Noah in Genesis. People are like, oh, he had to build the ark for he wasn't seen as crazy for a few, days. He was seen as crazy for years before. They were like, what do you mean this rain? What do you mean this flood? Oh my gosh, Noah's gone insane. Noah's gone nuts. And they all died.
There's an amazing moment in Evan Almighty, which is like the sequel to Bruce Almighty. He's just sat on the edge of the ark, and he goes, is it so much to ask for a little precipitation? Because it hasn't started raining at that point, and at that point you can see it's like, have I done this wrong? Have I messed this up?
Just that God's got it. And I just, and John's shared this before, about Gideon. God removed every opportunity for them to say that they did it. God was like, nope, we're going to do it this way because y'all aren't going to be able to take credit for it. It's all on me. I did this for you. And that's what we want Christcore to be. And that means that a lot of people are going to think we're crazy. And they're going to be mind blown at what we pull off.
On paper, we are crazy. But
we are so insane. Being anchored in God and being anchored in His Word and getting back in the daily habit of praying over the festival is how we're able to do this.
Yeah.
It's not by our might at all.
Even from when we get up in the morning, and our first thing that we do when we get up is we both have personal time in the Bible, spending time with God before the days even began. And I think that's really important, is to kind of set the tone of the day.
We couldn't do it without the Lord. That's why we're doing it this way. Why we're doing it as big as we are is because God said so. And if you think we're crazy, that you've got a lot of people that will agree with you. It's going to be really, really cool though. So if you're not already, come check us out on Instagram. We post a ton over there.
If you haven't already and want to know what's going on, you can follow ChristcoreFest.com. It's very cool. My wife built it. She's awesome. You can sign up to the mailing list so you can be informed of what's going on.
Thank you guys for hanging out. If you haven't already, also hit subscribe. We got lots of fun videos coming out soon. And yeah, just fun, funky behind the scenes stuff. We're going to try to do some vloggy type things where you guys really get to see what it means and looks like to build out this festival. And also hopefully some interviews with bands will be coming soon. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.
Bye.